It was a beautiful day on the island of Sodor, and James was boasting more than ever.
Hey, Henry, don't you think I'm the most splendid engine on Sodor? James, I think we're all splendider than you are. But that's not true.
Then Gordon spoke up. I agree with Henry. I think we're all special. And James puffed away.
Huh. Stupid engine. I'll teach them I'm the best.
So, Gordon was going to go pay him out. So he went the other way. James was going to steal the Express and Ginny and Clarabelle to prove that he was the most splendid engine yet.
If I do this, then they'll think I'm the most amazing engine on Sodor.
So James pulled into Knapford with Annie and Clarabelle. The passengers were very confused to see James besides Thomas. So the whistle blew and James puffed off to the docks. James approached the docks and James was approaching the docks and started boasting to Cranky.
Hey, Cranky, don't you think I'm fastest and I'm the most splendid?
I think Thomas is more faster than you.
Puh, yeah, right.
So James puffed away to see Flynn. Hey, Flynn, don't you think I'm... Oh, shoot. That's not your... All right. Say your line. Say your line.
Yeah. Flynn, don't you think I'm the most splendid engine on Sodor?
Well, I obviously think Thomas is more beautiful and brighter than you.
What? How come everybody thinks Thomas is better?
Well, because he knows how to act and doesn't boast around like you.
Yeah, but I have a higher number than him.
We don't judge engines by their numbers. You should learn that, James. So James
I'm gonna go talk to Belle.
So James uncoupled from Annie and Clarabelle and went to go talk to Belle. He went to the Knapford station and said to the people,
I'm the most splendid engine on Sodor. Don't you all agree?
and the workman said, no, James, I think Thomas is more splendid. He's supposed to be taking Annie and Clarabelle, not you.
That's it. I'm going to go so fast that I'm going to go faster than Gordon.
So before he was going to do that, he was going to talk to Belle. And he started boasting.
Hey, don't you think I'm the most splendid engine on Sodor, Belle?
No, I think Thomas is more splendider. He's way more nicer than you. And he's the number 1. You're only the number 5.
That is it. I'm going to go so fast that nobody can beat me.
All right, so James went to go talk to Thomas. Thomas, what is... Oh, shoot, that's your line.
Thomas, why does everybody think you're the best?
Well, because I'm nicer than you, James. You always try to boast about your shiny paint.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to go faster than you in a race.
Oh, really? I think I can go faster than you off the set.
Oh, really? Well, let's start at Gordon's Hill all the way to Knapford.
Okay, said Thomas. So Thomas was on the hill. James was on the ground. Are you ready? Said Thomas.
Oh, ready to beat you? Yeah.
Okay, get set, go. So the 2 engines raced off. Thomas was in the lead, and James was going really fast. They were both tied.
This shows that I'm faster than anybody in the whole team.
I think Gordon's more faster than you, said Thomas. Why don't you challenge him to a race after? Meanwhile, Gordon was going to figure out a plan to get back at James. So, Henry went with him, and Henry said,
Hey, why don't we try to get back at James?
"That's a great idea, Henry. I am tired of him boasting about like he's the most favorite engine." So, while Thomas and James were racing, Henry coupled up to James secretly, and Gordon secretly went behind Thomas. So Gordon gave Thomas a boost and then let go so he could look like he went faster. But Henry was pushing James, and he pushed him right off the track off the track. James.
What was that?
Well, it looks like Thomas beat you in a race, said Gordon.
Not fair.
Oh, yes, it is fair for boasting, James.
You all win. Looks like I'm not the fastest engine on Sodor.
And James has now learned his lesson. The end.